Good morning, Bodhisattvas, Viners. This passage of Dogen is dense, as all of this recently has been, and I think many of us have felt at odds or discombobulated or confused or overwhelmed by these passages, but it seems perhaps that this is Dogen's intent. I mean, he's trying to get us to respond when confusion abounds. And what is that response, it seems? So with this passage directly, although Xuanzang's words are like this, there is something you should study with great effort. This training is hard. We've been doing this study. This training requires a great amount of effort, and it is a constant vigilance. To see how you respond to what he's trying to say. He's speaking of incomprehensibility, and that is, he's speaking of emptiness. He's trying to put into words things that cannot be fathomed. And by definition, that has to be confounding. So yes, it takes a great amount of effort for us to be doing this and to stick with it, and we all have. Without regard to the limited view of the great vehicle or lesser vehicles held by teachers of sutras and treatises, just study the true characteristics that have been authentically transmitted from Buddha to Buddha, ancestor to ancestor. The true characteristics transmitted from Buddha to Buddha. I was looking at another translation from Shasta Abbey of this section, and their translation reads like this. That is to say, you should explore through your training the essential nature and the transitory forms it takes, which Buddha after Buddha and ancestor after ancestor have accurately transmitted. You should explore through your training the essential nature and the transitory forms it takes. So, in opening to emptiness and meditating on Buddha nature and ultimate essential nature, how do you embody that? How do you, this is after all an active practice of the Buddhas, and these are Buddhas practicing. He's trying to explain, it seems, that our quotidian behavior is one way we can realize the ultimate. I think that's where some of the forms that Dosho has shown in the video about, approaching the altar as though it is actually a living person, bowing as though you're in front of someone that you revere greatly, doing the 3 prostrations, all of these, how you walk throughout the day, how you eat, how you comport yourself, it can be a manifestation of your understanding. The next phrase, this is not limited to the views of the great vehicle or lesser vehicle. All Buddhas remain standing and listen. Teachers of sutras and treatises only know that Buddhas expound Dharma in response to the readiness of those who hear it. It seems that he's suggesting that the teachers of the Mahayana and the lesser vehicle are limiting the Buddha's abilities by saying that they are only expounding it when people are ready to hear it. And it seems that the Dharma goes beyond that. The Dharma goes beyond being ready. The Dharma goes beyond comprehension. As we are meditating and stilling the mind, are we listening to the Dharma? Are we able to know that we are hearing the Dharma? How do we know if we're hearing the Dharma? Next line is, but they do not say that Buddhas listen to Dharma, that Buddhas practice, and that Buddhas accomplish Buddhahood. Again, this is the distinction between what Dogen is expounding and the teachers of sutras and in the lesser vehicle and Mahayana vehicle. It seems that Dogen himself is entering this kind of state of oneness with Buddha nature and is speaking from that vantage point. And we are all left behind in the flames, in the dust, wondering what the hell he's talking about. But he does also say that there is no difference between listening. There is no hierarchy among those who speak and those who listen. So listening to the Dharma is how I can hope to continue on this path. Dogen is showing me something that is completely beyond my understanding. And all I can do is listen. Thank you.